what would I do with my life if I didn't have to earn money? The real answer is I don't know. What I do know is that I can play poker. And that seems like my only way out right now. So that's the plan. Is take $5,000 and turn it into $100,000. I have no idea how long that's going to take. But I know I have to get out of 1-2 and 1-3. I want to really show you guys my journey through this process because it's going to be fucking crazy. And it's going to be worth doing. All right, I got to turn around. My phone is in the sun and it is overheating. My camera is going to shut off on. Welcome back. All right, so where were we? I'm playing like once every 2 months. I can't get better like that. I can't, form any kind of habits. It's so bad on so many levels. That's why this needs to change. Oh, I forgot chapstick. Damn it. All right, let's go. We gotta get chapstick. Okay. All right, I'll be right back. This is why Corey and I are always late. We always got something going on, I guess. It's not that I was late. I was here an hour ago. But I really need to think about my vision, what my perfect life looks like, because that is the driving force behind everything that I'm doing. I got 10 minutes left. I'm gonna change into pants, I think. Probably gonna be cold, so you don't get to see that. I mean, it's not that big of a deal. Whoa, 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 whoa. I mean, this is my real life, right? This is what I'm actually doing. So why wouldn't it make the vlog? And that's part of having fun, right? That is another goal. Have fun. Make good decisions. Get all the information that I can from people and have fun. And let's go on a fucking heater.
Good luck in there.
Thanks, man. You out? Yeah. Have a good night. Hello. 500 red, please. All week I look forward to playing poker on Friday. It's a huge letdown when I wake up and I don't even feel like going. I'm not sure if it's fear or nerves or maybe performance anxiety. Whatever it is, I've made a point to get my head right before I step foot in the casino, which I did for about an hour today. This first interesting hand starts off pretty standard. Mid-position limps, and I'm on the button with Queen Jack. I raise to 15, and only the big blind calls. Flop comes 6-4-4 and he checks. I bet 10 and he calls. This is where it gets interesting. Turn is another 4, and now he instantly leads out for 20. I love spots like this, because it's like playing chicken, and whoever blinks first loses. I call with devious intentions for the river. River is a 7 and he checks. He's got about a pot-sized bet left, and I'm sticking with my original plan. I'm all in. He snap folds, and it's clear he didn't have anything. That bluff puts us back to even and gives us a little more confidence. I win a good-sized pot with queens, and then I pick up a few small pots with little resistance. It seems like these players built their stacks out of straw. I sense that the table needs to loosen up, so I put on the $6 straddle. Seat 1 makes it 20, and seat 2 calls. It folds to me, and I look down at kings. My camera lens is so excited, it can't decide what to focus on. Being in the straddle, after winning so many pots with no showdown, I'm expecting action. I don't want to make it too small that they both call, but I don't want to scare anyone away. I go with 70. Somehow, they both fold. I guess even a straddle isn't getting this table to loosen up. Maybe a bomb pot will. The flops come king, king, deuce, and 7-4 deuce. This seems like a great spot to start betting because it's rare someone else will have a king, and it's going to be tough for them to call down to the river playing the bottom board. I bet out for 20 and get 3 callers. Turns are a deuce up top and an 8 down low. I've turned some equity on the bottom and have the nuts up top. I bet 120 and seat 9 moves all in for about 350. Everyone folds, and the only thing I'm worried about is if he also has a king, because I'm probably getting courted if he does. The only king I currently beat is king 3. We call, and he shows a set of 4s, so we're free rolling. The top is locked up, and we've got a 9% chance to scoop the entire thing. The top card is irrelevant, and the miracle 6 hits the bottom river, and we scoop a massive pot. Bomb pots are like speed dating. You get all the chaos at once, and you either find love or crash and burn within a few minutes. First session update. So, dude, I'm locked in. I'm locked in today. I'm playing good. Oh! I think probably the most interesting hand was when I folded ace-king the first hand. I opened, I get 2 callers, flop comes like 8-3-3. I check, guy to my left bets 25. He just has a pair there. He's not bluffing with like queen jack. So I let it go. Then I got queens. I made a move with queen jack, the bomb pot. And then I just made a bad move with the 8s. I fucking knew he had it. I just knew he had that. The way that he bet, the way that he was posturing, I should have folded. Don't worry about people exploiting you. Just listen to your gut. All right, let's get back in there. I get back to the table with perfect timing. I'm under the gun, so next hand I can post my big blind and pick up from there. However, the dealer deals me in. I didn't want to post because I'm not going to pay my blinds twice. But then the player to my right says, you can come in on the straddle. Well, I guess I can't argue with that, so I post the $6 straddle. 2 wrecks limp, and I look down at 10-8 of clubs, which is good enough to make it 26. Only the wreck and seat 8 calls. The flop comes 9-7-7, which was practically made for this hand. I bet 35, and he calls. Turn is the 4 of clubs, and I bet all in for his last 130. He snap calls and shows us that we're drawing dead. I blame the dealer and my neighbor. All right, you're paying half of that.
Could have said no.
The other half is James's fault.
That's half my fault. $6 short.
I guess the rest was my fault.
All right.
I get back on the no showdown train and win a couple pots. A new player comes in and buys the button. Always a good sign. He can wait 1 hand and play the next 4 hands for free, but he chooses to pay both blinds and take the worst position at the table, first to act on every street. This is worth mentioning because it's an immediate tell before cards are even dealt. He just told everyone that he's impatient, doesn't understand position, or doesn't particularly care about the money, and is just here to play some cards. We can peg him as a loose wreck. Take all the information people will give you for free. After he posts, it's a perfect time to look down at the best hand in poker, pocket aces. I make it 15 and get the best possible outcome. Shortly after, I win a bomb pot with no showdown, and if nobody's going to call my raises, that means every hand is profitable. So I want to see how far I can take this. The button buyer limps in on the button, and the small blind completes. I need to make this table loosen up and start calling my bets so we can build some bigger pots. I've got the best hand in poker to do some advertising. I raise to 23. The button buyer calls, and the small blind folds. Flop comes 10-9-9, and I lead for 15. He calls. Turn is a 6, which gives me a little equity, and I'm sticking to my mission. I size up to 65. He calls again. Uh-oh. River comes the terrible queen of clubs, but I'm not going to be the man that quit digging when he was 3 feet from gold. I give it my one last shot to steal this pot.
All in. Call. Yes, I'll call.
I think you're good.
Call me.
Motherfucker. Oh my god, that's so funny. Oh, that's brutal.
No, you don't got
You don't have a straight. God.
You win.
You win.
Who's got the queen?
You sucking us. He calls, thinking he has a straight. He's got ace high. He just hero called me like a boss. Well, I didn't win the pot, but maybe I still accomplished my mission. Let's try this again. Just kidding. This next hand of rec limps in late position, and I'm on the button with 8-9 suited. I raise it up to 18, and both the big blind and limper make the call. Flop comes 8 high with 2 diamonds, and both players check. I don't mind getting folds here, so I bet 25. To my surprise, both players call. Turn is the ace of clubs, and both check again. This card is both a good card to bet or check. It's a good card to bet because a lot of my raising range preflop has aces in them. However, it's also a good card to check because everyone's been folding to my c-bets, and I do have showdown value. By betting, I do kind of get to control the action because most players are going to check to me again on the river, where I can check behind if I want to. In the moment, I went for a bet, and a larger one at that. The rec to my left quickly calls, and the other folds. It's worth mentioning that the guy to my left is Mr. Snap Bet from the first hand. River comes in offsuit 4, and what do you know, he snap bets 130. Now, with our previous history, this seems like a snap call, but something feels different. He starts scratching his head, drinking some water, looking all nervous. He's either really bad at bluffing or he's putting on a good show. I have the toughest time folding when value ranges are so narrow. Out of all of his value range, he only plays a few hands this way. 3-5, 5-7, and ace-4. I think he only makes it to the river with the diamond combos of those hands, so he's really got 3 hands. And just to clarify, he makes it to the river with a wider range than that, but a lot of that range checks the river. For example, ace-5 of diamonds is probably checking the river, hoping to see a check back. He's also got 9-7, 10-7, 10-9, jack-9, jack-10, queen-9, queen-10, queen-jack, king-9, king-10, king-jack, king-queen. I'm getting 3-1, which means I only need to find 1 bluff for every 3 hands of value. It's conceivable that he could find that bluff, so I make the call. He shows me the hand that makes a lot of sense. Ace-4 of diamonds. I guess he got us this time. I finally get my chance to get some money back from the guy who can't read his hand. There's 1 limp, and I raise to 20, and he calls from the big blind. We go heads up to the flop of jack 9-3 with 2 spades, and he leads out for 20. New players are fun to try and figure out. I only have ace high, but I'm not ready to fold yet. I call. Turn is the ace of spades, and now he sizes up to 65. I'm starting to get worried because I don't know what he has, but I'm not entirely sure he does either. I call. River is another jack, and now he shoves all in. It's a pretty easy fold at this point. He's been showing his hands, and we get a free peek at this one too. I pick up pocket 8s and raise to 15. We only get 1 caller, and we're up against the same snap betting guy. The jack of spades flipped during the deal, so that becomes our burn card. 1 less overcard to worry about. The flop comes queen, queen, 10 with 2 clubs. I want to keep control of the bet size, so I lead for 15. He calls. The turn seems safe, and I've got less to worry about now. I check. He bets 25. I call. River is the ace of diamonds, and now I decide to turn my hand into a bluff just in case he has a 10. I bet 50. If he's got a queen, he'll let me know. He raises to 150. Only one thing to do now. He shows us pocket queens. Putting this guy in a range is going to be a little trickier than I thought. Maybe he's not a wreck after all. It's getting late. I feel like I'm playing less than my best, so it's time to call it a night.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you very much.
It's so hard to play poker well and also remember the hands. I don't know how people do that. I used to be so good at that. I used to be able to recall like every hand I played in a session, and now it's like 5 minutes later and it's just gone. I guess that's what kids does to you. I gotta tell you guys how much I lost tonight. First losing session of the vlog. That sucks. So in for, well, that's the number that we don't know yet. We don't know the in for number. I'm like afraid to count this. Okay, so I was in for 1,000. Out for 675. So I lost 325. That 7 deuce bluff is what cost me. Why did I do that? Why did I think that was a good play? Sometimes you get too amped up. I guess that's what happened there. I don't really know. Why did I think that was a good idea? I think I was just having fun. Hey, I mean, if he realizes that he doesn't have a straight, it fucking works. I win 100 instead of losing 300. So it's a $400 swing. That is my night right there. I don't know, man. I don't know if my goal here is just a fucking pipe dream. Am I just wasting time and I really should be finishing my home renovation? Oh, great. I got a nice little fucking... Cover that up with the seatbelt. You probably already saw it anyway. Yeah, am I just like procrastinating with my house? Probably. I probably should put my focus in that instead of this. I kind of tend to be the person that takes too many things on and doesn't finish any of them. I want to get home to the wife. So I'm going to head out. Oh, and another thing that was pretty cool, a guy came up to me today and said he was he was a huge fan of my vlogs, which made me feel really good. It made me feel like it's worth doing. His name was Garen, I think. Sorry if I'm butchering your name, man. Well, peace out.